Hey, welcome to Fellcraft Casts. I'm Hammy, hope you're well and good, and in this 2-minute deck introduction we're going to be taking a look at an anti-meta Shaman, been doing rounds on Hearthstone, a few other people. Interesting concept, mixes a bit of mid-range Shaman with a few things designed to punch you the meta at various points. So we're going to try and wrap this up in 2 minutes. If you'd like to see a longer card-by-card summary complete with ladder game examples, have a look at the end of this video, we'll give you a link there. Without further ado, let us jump on into game, and we're going to be jumping in and starting this in 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, anti-meta Shaman. Mid-range Shaman has been bouncing around for a while. It generally tends to make sure that there's control and minion trading options for most of the threats in the meta in the early and mid-game stages, and then punches through for a big win in the mid to mid-late game. How do we do this? Well, if we take a look at the mana curve, you see we've got a lot of stuff in the early to mid-game, and then a panned-out phase into the mid to late game. Those cards are the ones we'll be probably winning the game with. Early game is all about control. Earthshocks not only let you punch through tanks in the late game for the win, can deal with handlocks and all kinds of Twilight Drakes, tanks and similar. Just use as a silence if you need to get rid of some nasty card text, and then of course picking off small minions. Pretty much a triple threat. Also benefits of course from your spell damage totem, so if this does 2 rather than 1, that's picking off even more minions. Great stuff. The Rockbiter weapon, dual purpose, can be used for control in the early game, but also can be thrown on Alakir as a late game finisher. Zombie Chow is solely for trading minions in the early game. That is going to let you really survive against aggro. Drop that so that you can make some good trades. Crackle, a finish or a removal, particularly combo with spell damage. 2 Flametongues, making all of your minions attack for more, meaning that Haunted Creepers, the wolves from your feral spirits, and Harvest Golem, for example, are all punching for more. What Flametongue does is lets you do more for less, helps you trade bigger minions for the smaller minions that you have. As we get into Hex, keep yourself under control. Lightning Storm for AoE control against Rush. Big Game Hunter, more control against big minions. Golem for buffing. Mana Tide for card draw behind tanks, ideally behind the 2 Feral Spirits. That'll keep you alive in the game in the early game. Argus will tank up your other minions too. That keeps us alive to the early game. When we get into the mid game, Shredder, Drake, Lertheb, 2 Belchers. If you throw a Defender of Argus on those, it's more tanks to keep you alive. You can use these to stifle your opponents, slow down rushes and secure the table. Elemental helps you make trades. Windrunner steals minions, and then with 2 seconds to go, boom, and Alakir are your very painful ring noise in the ear for those of you with headphones finishes. So how do we play this as a quick summary? Early game, keep control with spells, make beneficial trades, try and get more for less, get down Flametongue in combo with your other minions to try and trade away bigger minions with the smaller minions that you have. Use spells, Rockbiter and Earthshock as necessary. As we get into the mid game, you want to solidify your table position with Argus and these big chunky minions with the 2-for-1s, and then if you have mid-table position and you're in control in the mid game, win it right there with all of the damage that these minions can do. If you need to go a little bit longer into the game, get the table under control with Fire Elemental and Windrunner, and then throw down Boom and Alakir for the win. Remember, Alakir plus Rockbiter weapon, that is Wind Fury charge, and that's 12 damage. So 3 damage to 6 with Wind Fury in charge. That's 12 damage instead with a Rockbiter. Double Rockbiter, well, you're doing 18 damage if you can somehow get that combination off. So for 10 mana, that's 18 damage. For 9 mana, that's 12 damage. For 8 mana, that's 6 damage. But just the dropping of Alakir when you've got the table under control can sort everything out. So thank you so much for tuning in to that brief summary. If you want to see a longer, more in-depth summary of this deck, have a look on the left. You can see a link that I'm just going to put up here. Take a look on the right. You can click that link if you want to subscribe or see more 2-minute deck guides, longer playthroughs, Hearthstone half hours, arenas, all kinds of Hearthstone fun, pack openings, and other games besides. So if your live don't go away, we're going to be jumping in and doing a bit more on stream. You can join us at twitch.tv/Fellcraftcasts to see this live Monday through Friday. We'll tweet on @Fellcraftcasts on Twitter before we're going to go live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I've been Hammy. Take it easy.